Okay, we are starting this trip off about 30 miles east of Jackson, Tennessee.
A new state to explore, another road trip begins, and this adventure leads us into the scenic beauty of the South.
Tennessee has an incredible network of state parks.
From the living history of Civil War battle parks,
those 4 cannonballs would now go flying out, much like a shotgun blast, through space, ripping up everything they hit.
to urban parks that feel way off the grid.
You're always looking out, you know, you're always looking for that frame that speaks to you, that big picture.
The bright lights of Nashville and the nonstop party on Broadway takes on a life of its own.
You'll be on TV, but they won't see your face.
As we're drawn to a world-class state park right smack in the middle of Music City.
Well, to me, we probably got the best parks in the country.
GPS has us at 1 minute away.
But a 2-hour drive to the east, where country roads and friendly townsfolk are eager to lend a helping hand.
Where's the big state park I'm headed to at the waterfalls? Rock Island.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you. You're on the show now. So we're we're heading to Rock Island.
Limestone cliffs and dense hardwood forests set the stage for a river canyon hike into the heart of Tennessee's wild side.
Vegetation is just so thick, it's cool, man.
Yes, very thick vegetation. We got maple trees, we got tulip trees.
And these back roads are also home to great small town diners and dives tucked off the beaten path.
Looks like Renee spins up some great food because this place was packed earlier.
That are big on taste and Zach Allen approved portions.
Double patty, onions, bell pepper, 2 kinds of cheese, American and Swiss.
Get ready for a Tennessee road trip exploring some of the best state parks in America.
Tennessee seems to be, on the ball.
And discover how the pace of travel here might be exactly what you need.
And this is perfect country to just slow down and enjoy and look around, because look how beautiful that is out there. Look at that. I mean, that is gorgeous right now.
When you travel, the world becomes a smaller place. When you explore with friends that share a love of photography, destinations come to life.
Are you not entertained?
We tell the stories of travel with our cameras, capturing images of the most beautiful places on Earth. But every adventure reveals more than what's found in the frame. The people, the food, and the unexpected turns that happen on every journey.
Want to go? No, he's going downtown on you. Hang on a second.
Brings the full experience of travel into focus.
Milan, Tennessee is like many of the small towns west of Nashville that you'll never see driving on the interstate. In our attempt to get from one place to another as fast as possible in a car, the quiet city streets and town centers, the local high school football fields, and sleepy neighborhoods that give the South a lot of its charm are passed right on by, with the cruise control set at 75 and a blur of green slipping past the windows. Another thing we miss, and perhaps the most egregious offense committed in hammer-down interstate travel, is the food found in the side street dives and back road kitchens where the locals eat. The good stuff, the food that you'll only find in a place like the Chow Wagon in Milan. A place where even the mightiest of appetites will be challenged by a menu that features theme night dining like Taco Salad Tuesday, Jumbo Cheeseburger Thursday, and the legendary Chow Baby Combo Friday Special.
That's your order.
The double Chow Baby with cheese is an artery-clogging, flavor-packed dream that will actually cause you to weep. It's so good.
Double patty, onions, bell pepper, 2 kinds of cheese, American and Swiss, going in.
The large French fry special with melted jack, cheddar, and bacon crumbles for $6 is another must order. And for Zach Allen, whose bottomless pit of a stomach laughed at the portion sizes and kept on ordering, the towering large ice cream cone that should have been outfitted with red blinking anti-collision lights to warn approaching aircraft was devoured in seconds as we fuel up to hit the road again to discover Tennessee's impressive network of state parks. Okay, we are starting this trip off about 30 miles east of Jackson, Tennessee. Tennessee has an incredible network of state parks, which we're going to explore today, Zach and Dave, right?
Oh yeah. Right.
That's right. All over it. So we're basically just doing a road trip show. This is a road trip show, and it's beautiful here. We're here in mid-June. It's actually not real humid today. When we flew over here on Monday, it was not the greatest travel day in the world, but we're here now, and that's what counts. So we're basically going to be heading to Nashville today. The plan is to get to Nashville, base camp there, and then strike out and explore several of Tennessee's beautiful state parks. The first one we're going to hit today, we're about, according to the navigation, we are about 20 miles away from Natchez Trace State Park. And so we're going to hit that one first on the way in. We've read some good stuff about it, watched a couple YouTube videos that seem pretty cool. So we're going to get on the ground and explore Natchez Trace State Park first. Tennessee has been nationally recognized for its state parks program with 56 unique parks that protect a variety of settings, areas, and landscapes. These are amazing places to escape and explore throughout the state, many with excellent campgrounds, cabins, hiking trails, and, like we've just discovered looking at our GPS, parks rich in history.
All right, on the way to Natchez Trace State Park in Tennessee, central Tennessee, and off the I-40, we saw a sign for Parker's Crossroads Civil War Battlefield Park. So we decided we needed to get off and check this out. So Dave and Zach are spread out right now. There's a really cool walking tour that we're going to do that's going to take us through this historic battlefield. We're going to learn a little bit more about it, specifically the role it played in the Civil War. And this is one of the great things about touring the South and doing road trips in the South is you have a lot of these Civil War battlefields and memorial parks set up to explore. And if you're a history buff like I am, especially Civil War, it's hard to resist pulling over and enriching that knowledge of history of an important part of our history, a dark part of our history.
In 1862, after Union forces had made a deep push into the South with the help of railroad lines to supply troops, Confederate Commander Braxton Bragg ordered the railroads destroyed and turned to a rising star in his forces, Nathan Bedford Forrest. Forrest conducted one of the most effective raids in Civil War history, with his cavalry brigade swiftly attacking and destroying railroad track and capturing supplies as he pushed north to the Kentucky border. But escaping out of western Tennessee proved to be tough for Forrest and his men. Chased by federal forces that were about to overtake him, Forrest turned and launched 2 surprise attacks on separate fronts into the pursuing Union Army before it could organize. The place of this successful stand is memorialized today here at Parker's Crossing.
Okay, so Zach and I have taken a walk up to this hill where there's a piece of artillery here that would have been used during this battle. And this position, this elevated position, was a position the Confederates held from sort of behind the enemy lines of the Union soldiers about 600 yards away that way. And so through the forest, through that forest. These trees wouldn't have been here just like this in the Civil War. It would have been more wide open and clear right here. The Confederates soldiers got this cannon, or one like it, to line up from behind enemy lines. They kind of snuck up and they fired down the enemy line. So they weren't lobbing at them, they were firing down, raking them down from behind. What's crazy is, as Zach shoots this shot of this cannon here, is this particular kind of cannon was firing that day what are called canister rounds. So they would take 3 or 4 cannonballs and shove them into a small metal canister, put that into the cannon, and then fire it. As the canister moved through the cannon, that metal would disintegrate, melt, and fall away. And as it did, those 4 cannonballs would now go flying out, much like a shotgun blast, through space, ripping up everything they hit. And according to what we've been learning here today, this particular cannon position fired at those Union soldiers against that fence, that split rail fence we were looking at, had devastating effect on those soldiers.
Back on the road now and headed for Natchez Trace State Park on our way to Nashville for the night. After a turn south on I-40, our first glimpse of this park shows us why Tennessee state parks are world class. The beauty of the hardwood forests and winding roads pulls us deeper into the magic of this place. We decide to stretch our legs at Cub Creek Lake, just inside Natchez Trace State Park, to get a better feel for Central Tennessee's scenic charms.
Well, to me, we probably got the best parks in the country.
Does it ever get really crowded down here on this beach on the weekends?
Yes, very, very crowded.
And what do you rent these little paddle boats for?
I think for 2 people it's $5. For 3 or 4 people it's $10 an hour.
What a bargain that is.
Oh, most people can't last an hour.
Another reason to love Tennessee state parks? There are no day use fees for most of the parks in the state and very reasonable fees for overnight camping or cabin rentals. The park system here was born in 1937 and today does an excellent job of protecting and preserving the natural, cultural, and historic resources of Tennessee. Well, we've made our way to Music City, the hub of country music for the world, and in a lot of ways, a kind of Las Vegas for the South, minus the gambling and Carrot Top. Here in the Broadway section of downtown, throngs of fun seekers wander the crowded sidewalks, bouncing in and out of famous honky-tonks and commercialized big-name bars like a moth banging into an old porch light. Completely unaware that just a few minutes drive away, near the state capital of Tennessee, the smallest but the most visited of the state's 56 parks can be found. Bicentennial Capitol Mall State Park was opened on June 1st, 1996, to commemorate 200 years of statehood for Tennessee. The park features many unique design elements, and paths are lined with tulip poplars, the Tennessee state tree.
If you're gonna come to Tennessee and you're gonna come to Nashville, everybody loves downtown, everybody's gonna have a good time at Music Row and Broadway and all that stuff, and it's all great. But you have to come here. Bicentennial Park is amazing. This is a real gem in downtown Nashville. It is a combination of war memorials and history of the state of Tennessee, and at the far north end of the park is this really cool representation of the Greek Parthenon that's been built. And it's timed out like a clock, so it chimes at the hour, it plays little songs on these bells, all automated, really, really cool.
So Zach, what are you setting up?
I'm just trying to do a little time-lapse, moving time-lapse here of this area of the mall. It's nice, it's cool, it's got these statues on each side, and a lot of people move around in the center. So I just wanted to show that movement as it reveals the area with the Capitol in the background and the clouds moving through. So I just got this going after tweaking it for almost an hour. It was not easy, but I'm gonna let this go for the next 30 minutes and start shooting with the other camera, get some other shots right here. So.
The Carrillo pillars surround the Court of Three Stars in Bicentennial Park. The stars represent the 3 grand divisions of Tennessee geographically: Western, Middle, and Eastern Tennessee. Each has distinctly different resources along with plant and animal species and are unique from each other topographically. If you make the trip to Nashville, like so many are doing now, be sure to head across town to spend a few hours walking this absolute treasure of a state park, located in the shadows of Tennessee's state capitol building. Back on the road now and headed east of Nashville to another state park we've heard great things about. Again, we're settled into a slower pace of travel once we get off I-40, partly because there's just a different vibe in the South, but mostly because the 2-lane highway that leads to our next destination has a speed limit of 35 for most of the drive. The good part of that is we pass a lot of places to pull over for snacks and drinks, which gives us a chance to meet some of the locals, who also happen to be very helpful when we forget the name of the state park we're actually headed to.
Where are we right now? We're in Three Forks, Tennessee, something like that. We're not. Oh, we're in Watertown. That's okay. Thank you, man. We're in Watertown, Tennessee. We're headed to Island Fork. Where's the big state park I'm headed to at the waterfalls? Rock Island.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you. You're on the show now. So we're we're heading to Rock Island, and see, a lot of times we don't even know where we're going.
Rock Island State Park is a park system along the Caney Fork River between Nashville and Chattanooga. The winding road out here passes through the essence of small-town America in a part of the country that is lush green and rolling with agricultural lands.
Well, if you know Zach Allen as well as we do, and you've seen the Catalina sailing episode, you know Zach doesn't do well with motion and shooting. Part of the deal with exploring out here in Tennessee is this like lowering of blood pressure and lowering of the haste and the rush, and we gotta get there and this is perfect country to just slow down and enjoy and look around, because look how beautiful that is out there. Look at that. I mean, that is gorgeous right now.
We hit the turnoff of Rock Island State Park and again are blown away by the quality of the upkeep and roads of these parks. We've hit a stop called the Blue Hole Hike to get us down to the river level as close as we can, and since we're here midweek, the parking lot is good to go.
The sun out here is intense, man. That first day, just got roasted.
Yeah, he did.
So, definitely gonna bring some sleeves. So it was day 2 before we got some sunscreen, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Jeff's arms got hammered too.
You got a little red.
Not as bad as mine.
The drop down into the Blue Hole is steep, but the trail is well maintained with steps, stairs, and even cheese grater boards to help keep us in a bipedal position. Here, after recent heavy rains, oversaturated groundwater literally pours out of the limestone substrate, creating falls and misting cascades under the dense canopy.
The vegetation is just so thick. It's cool, man.
Yes, very thick vegetation. We got maple trees, we got tulip trees, we got all kinds of good stuff. Some people playing down on the rocks down there. They kayak down in here, so let's get into it.
The deeper we get into the river gorge, the more beautiful the hike becomes. The sounds of fresh water cascading from every corner of the forest. The sunlight, broken by a curtain of maple and tulip trees, creates a grotto-like atmosphere along the shores of the Caney Fork.
Well, this is beautiful. I mean, this is a perfect example. You can see of this limestone that's cutting in these layers, and the water is groundwater. There's no water running from the top of the hike down. This is simply groundwater that's just oozing out of these giant cracks in the limestone, making their way down to the Blue Hole here and into the river.
Further up the road, just below Great Falls Dam, we find another overlook that showcases the beauty of Central Tennessee's rivers, a part of the country where lakeside living and quiet towns dot the heart of the volunteer state. With a great afternoon of exploring under our belts, we start to head back to Nashville to try and beat the rush hour traffic jams that are sure to greet us. But along the way, another roadside diner calls our names. One we passed on the way in at lunchtime and couldn't have found a seat at if we wanted to. It was that busy. Now, with the lunch crowd gone, we pull into Renee's to see what's on the menu.
Onions, peppers, and mushrooms.
Yeah.
Renee's is very different than the chow wagon back in Milan. Here, home-cooked favorites like smoked chicken breast, mac and cheese, cornbread, and green beans grace the menu board, and before you know it, hot, delicious plates of homemade slow food are going down.
Looks like Renee spins up some great food because this place was packed earlier.
Another night in Nashville, Tennessee, and a walk away from the packed streets of the Broadway district to get a new perspective on Music City. A place that shines bright day or night from wherever you look. A new perspective on urban parks is our final mission of this adventure as we take a 10-minute drive south of downtown Nashville to Radnor Lake State Park.
Take a little hike, check this place out.
It's nice that it's so close to town.
It's really close.
Yeah.
This is like
And
10,
does not feel
15
like
minutes.
Radnor Lake was originally created in 1914 by the Louisville and Nashville Railroad Company for watering steam locomotives. After, it became a popular sportsman's club. Today, the nearly 1,400-acre preserve is a popular place for residents of Nashville to come and explore, walk or hike, and escape the tension of city life without actually leaving the city.
So far, Radnor Lake State Natural Area has been what we expected, which is our bar has been raised as we've been here in Tennessee for the week. The trail systems here are pretty defined, like they don't want you going off the trail. And it's kind of nice because ecologically they're keeping some of the plant life to grow in a natural state. You know, you can't run down to the lake and get right on the water. And that's okay. You're supposed to be here and just sort of enjoy this environment as it naturally exists with a nice trail through it, right? Tennessee's got the state park thing figured out because everyone we've been to is beautiful. And if you go online and Google search or YouTube watch any of the parks, you'll see what we're talking about. It's gorgeous here.
Yeah, the thing looks like
Definitely extraterrestrial.
you don't want that in your bed.
What I love about a trip like this is we discovered a new way to get to know Tennessee beyond just a trip to Nashville like so many do. The energy, history, food, and fun in Music City is definitely worth a visit here. But beyond the bright lights and honky-tonks of Nashville, an entire state is ready to explore. Renting a car and taking a few short road trips out of Nashville will open up a way to experience the faces of Tennessee those that live here see every day, and will transform the kind of experience you'll take back home. Travel, no matter how tame or structured a trip is planned, should be an adventure. Allowing for moments of discovery in a place as stunning as Tennessee should be part of the journey, a plan to experience the unplanned. The things you see, the people you meet, and the food you eat that you'll always remember will come from the places you least expect on the trails and back roads you never knew were there.